Like I say, I don't know what to tell you about it, but I mean, I don't know how to soft code it or sugar coat it, but I did invent the word America, and I did invent the word Russia, and I also did come up with England. I also named the United Kingdom. No matter which way you look at it, I can say with a straight face and be completely honest about it that it was really me. Just like the Curies, just like everything else. I mean, that was me. So whichever way you want to look at it or try and understand it or rationalize it, I can say with a completely straight face that yes, I came up with the word America and California. So I don't know what to say other than I know America technically was started 200 years ago, although realistically it was started in 1983 about is when America truly became into existence. Or 1980 about when I came up with the word America. I was about, I was probably about 6 years old, 7 years old when I came up with the word America. Technically, communism was in existence before I ever named Russia. I later on named Russia. They were called Yugoslavians originally, of course. Although I don't know what you'll have to find out what that meant. But basically, because I was inventor of steam and airplanes and engines, it kind of allowed humanity and me and other people to basically raise up and basically to not to live more than a small life, and to be able to deal with higher and higher populations around the world as well as other places. Like Cosmos was the first space station. Actually, it was actually a rocket that could actually maneuver around space a little bit. Although they found that they were kind of like trapped with gravity. That's when gravity, we realized, that's when with Cosmos. Of course, there were lots of test rockets before Cosmos was ever launched. Cosmos was the space station, and they were actually launching capsules and other things long before that. And in fact, they had already even launched this first single stage rocket, but the Cosmos was being built as the biggest, and that's why it had the 5 stays. They did smaller launches using just the sodium rockets. They launched those, I believe, and sodium rolls that were packed. They did single stages of that. Cosmos was a 4-stage sodium, I believe, and they used some sort of other reactant to work with the sodium. And they also came up with the rocket booster technology that they used in the space shuttle around the same time, which was around 1920, 1900 to 1940 or 1930, about somewhere around in there. And then they began the whole Apollo programs, and because one of the scientists said that they could make a larger scale. See, the Cosmos rocket used the little rocket engines as basically balance to mitigate because there were 4 rolls of the sodium inside there, 4 tubes, of about 200,000 pounds each, I believe. Yeah, it's about 200,000 pounds of sodium in each roll, in each section, I believe. The amount that they dropped in the lake was 1 tube of sodium. So there would have been 4 of those about to make up the rocket that was the Cosmos rocket, and there would have been the 4 engines on the outside and a tank and a twin tank, I believe, one with reactant, one with the other one, to do the actual rocket engines of Cosmos, which was the first space station, or space capsule. It was, the station would go up and then the capsule would detach and then go away. And they also invented the way another capsule could come and reattach and get bonded onto the station itself. And that was the first space station or international. Cosmos was really actually the first international space station ever. It was Russian maintained, but it was an international space station because I wanted everyone to be able to use it, as such. Although most people didn't know that, but the Russians were spearheading that as well. But it was a station for everyone, basically. I kind of turned it over because Russians were using it, and I kind of turned it over as kind of like an international use station because internationally it had been created with Germans, Russians, Japanese, Chinese, or rather, and Americans. It was basically all societies had come together to create Cosmos, which I was basically paying for or spearheading there, and that's why it was my rocket and my station really. But everyone was doing it for for me and for my people, basically. I mean, it was my people pretty much. Did the dams and everything. And that would have been around 1930, 1940 about. In fact, like I say, Raffle Lake was created just for that purpose. I mean, the whole place was bulldozed using steam engines and steam. It was one of those communist. It was actually a communist/American. Kind of technically, maybe before there was America, there was the Cosmos rocket, which was communist/American, kind of like switching systems. And then things got a little confused, I guess, as people forgot about me or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, about that.